Because it's easier to do nothing. Because it's easier to do nothing. I want to thank you all for coming out here tonight, and because of your dedication of coming out here tonight and being part of the change, not only at West Valley Central School, but the community as a whole, I want to share with you all tonight a couple of secrets that I've learned through my life. The first secret I want to talk about is attitude. And your attitude is what's going to determine how far you go in life, or not. It's going to determine who you are, or who you are not. And I could give you a story about a famous athlete who's turned their life around, overcame great obstacles because of their attitude. But I want to keep it a little simpler tonight. I want to tell you a story about something that we ourselves deal with something all too often. I want to give you a story about my personal life, where it was my family's attitude and my attitude to help change the situation. The year was 1993. Now, we'll back up a little bit. Before coming to the school, I worked as a restaurant manager. As I tell people, I was born and raised by the Marriott Corporation. I worked in Seattle, Washington, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Mesquite, Texas, before leaving the corporate world and coming back to Western New York. I was working as a manager for a local franchise, and I was good. I was so good, I was the youngest person in the history of the company to be promoted to area manager. And I was so good, my young daughter Megan said to my wife Jan one day, she asked if we were divorced. You see, Megan had a couple of friends whose parents were divorced, and they didn't get to see their dad. And Megan thought because she didn't get to see her dad, we were divorced. An area manager has a lot of restaurants under their control. I had 6, and we were opening up 3 more in my area. The company had approached me about being a trainer in the training department that they were going to be opening within a year. One Sunday evening in the spring of 1993, the president of our division gave me a call. He said, "Jim, come on into the office tomorrow morning. Don't be early, it's personal." That day, my career ended in 5 minutes. We've eliminated your job. Give us the car keys. Have a good life. I was devastated. And my family was devastated. My wife Jan only had 2 months left of college. She had already taken the LSATs, which is the law school admission test, and she had tested in the top 2%. Not only did that mean she could get into any law school she wanted, she was probably going to get a pretty good scholarship as well. I, of course, sent my resume out to hundreds of places, but in those days it was a time of corporate downsizing and mergers. There just weren't a lot of jobs. When Jan finished college, she went out and applied for several jobs and found one, and law school was put on hold. I spent 2 years as being Mr. Mom. 2 years. And I could have done nothing. I could have sat on the couch and said, "Oh, woe is me," played video games all day long or something. Or as my French-Canadian mom might say, be a big suck. But that wasn't me, and that wasn't my family. I got wood from the Amish, and the kids and I made picnic tables that we sold through the local penny saver. I taught guitar lessons door to door. And there were chocolate chip cookies on the kitchen table more than once a week when the kids came home. We did it with a smile on our face, and we had fun. In fact, Megan went on to tell my wife Jan one day, "I never remember Dad laughing until he became Mr. Mom." And I believe Zig Ziglar, who was probably one of the world's most successful salespeople, certainly the world's most highly paid motivational speaker, said it best. And Zig Ziglar said, "It is your attitude, not your aptitude, that will determine your altitude." So the first secret today that I want to share with you is your attitude. The second secret I want to share with you tonight has to do with judging people. Albert Einstein said, "Everybody's a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will go through life thinking it's stupid." So the second secret, and my last secret that I want to share with you tonight, is what I consider the most important secret in the universe. If we followed this secret, we would change, our school would change, the community would change. I know of people who search the world, going to different civilizations, trying to find out what makes them successful. I know of people who spend their entire life trying to find the secret of life. And I'm going to share it with you tonight. free of charge, no commercials. Are you ready? Want to hear the secret, Yvonne? All right. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Respect others. Don't judge. It doesn't matter how you say it. They all mean the same thing. And if you stop and think about it, if we treated everybody with the same respect that we wanted to be treated, what would the world be like today? Certainly we wouldn't have any bullying. Maybe some long-lost friends wouldn't be so lost after all. So this secret is so important. The secret of treating others the way you want to be treated. I want everybody to give it a round of applause. All right, that was about a 3 on a scale of 10. This secret of treating others the way you want to be treated is so important, I want you to give it a huge round of applause. Now we're getting somewhere. So this secret of treating others the way you want to be treated is so important, I want you to give it a standing ovation. Stand up. That's why I'm up here. So before I conclude, let's give a warm round of applause for Dr. Nickerson for coming out tonight. Dr. Nickerson. Who have brought the frozen yogurt back. That helped out with different groups. Thank you. Ricky Noto, our MC for the evening. And this is all sponsored by, the school didn't pay any of this, the PTO, Cindy Lou's Frozen Yogurt, the West Valley Service Employees Association, and I'm forgetting one. I'll think of it. Pardon? Oh, SAT. Thank you. Woo. SAT, yeah. This secret is the most powerful secret on the universe. We've heard Dr. Nickerson talk about power a couple of times in a negative and positive way. This secret, you each have the power to change and start doing this secret. It is that simple. It's so simple, I know a 2-year-old that used the power in her that changed something in her life. It's true, a 2-year-old. I had a niece many years ago who had a problem with wetting the bed. It happens, right? Her mom sat her down one day and said, honey, you have the power to stop wetting the bed. The young girl paused, looked at her mom, and said, is the power blue? And her mom said, yes! She never wet the bed again. That is the power each one of us has here tonight to start to change. Start treating others the way you want to be treated. It is really that simple. So if your attitude needs a little bit of fixing, fix it. And then start treating people with the way you want to be treated.